Hey guys, Emmanuel here, and let's talk about the Bucks. More specifically, let's talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo. But even more specifically than that, let's talk about Khris Middleton. So Khris Middleton has an MCL sprain. Khris Middleton last Wednesday was playing against the Bulls and he happened to sprain his MCL. And just yesterday, news came out. ESPN reported that Khris Middleton will no longer be available for the Bucks throughout the whole series against the Bulls, and effectively, Giannis doesn't have him as a right-hand man. And this is obviously extremely terrible news for the Bucks and the Bucks fans. The Bucks will not go deep into the playoffs. In fact, they may not get past the Bulls without Khris Middleton here. But this video is more so about Giannis than it is about Khris Middleton. And why? Because this video is about what this injury means for Giannis Antetokounmpo and what he has to do now that Khris is injured. Khris Middleton is the Robin to Giannis's Batman. And with Khris being out and injured, the time has come for Giannis to once again prove his doubters wrong. I used to be one of those doubters. In fact, 2 weeks ago, I made a video about Giannis Antetokounmpo. Specifically, the video was about how I was finally coming to light, and I finally saw the light when it comes to Giannis and saw how great he is and how transcendent of a player he is. The video is called I Was Wrong About Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's a great watch. I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want to go check it out. I highly recommend it. But anyways, in the video, I professed and ate my words about how I was mistaken about Giannis Antetokounmpo, about how he was the best player in the world and not Kevin Durant, about how my eyes were finally open, I finally saw the light, and what it took for me to see the light was Giannis finally beating the Nets in Brooklyn without Khris Middleton just 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, the Nets played the Bucks and Khris Middleton was ejected from the game due to a flagrant 2 foul, and it was a tight game.
Giannis back in. He's got 37. Over Drummond, the throw, picked off. Brown had it, he'll sail the other way. Hold on, here comes Middleton. But Brown slowed down, and that gave a chance for Middleton to catch up. He made a play trying to go after the ball here. He slowed down. Brown sees him in his rearview mirror. It's just a hard foul.
And Giannis was given the task of having to pull through for the Bucks, and he did it. He pulled through for the Bucks by making crucial 3-point shots and crucial free throws. And to me, that opened my eyes, and I saw Giannis in a wholly, completely different light. Well, the time has come again for Giannis to cement and solidify his position as the best player in the world. It's not a title that, heavy is the head that wears that crown. It's not everybody's coming for that crown, and you have to constantly keep defending it. With the injury of Khris Middleton comes both a curse and a blessing. A curse in the sense that no injury is ever welcomed. All injuries are bad, especially for the player, the organization, and the fan base. And it's the same thing here with Khris Middleton. Nobody wants to see him out. I prefer if he wasn't out. The Bucks fan would prefer if he wasn't out. But it's also a blessing in the sense that me being, a commentator of basketball and the media, for us, it gives us a chance to further evaluate how great of a player Giannis truly is. Because while he might have beaten the Nets 2 weeks ago by himself, he only had to carry the Bucks for a quarter. He only had to play without Khris Middleton for the 4th quarter. But now it's the playoffs, and the playoffs is where legends are made. And now me, the media, the fans, the organization are going to need Giannis to pull through and do what he did in Brooklyn and beat a good team all by himself without his second right-hand man. This time the stakes are higher, right? Of course it is. It's the playoffs. The stakes being it's win or go home. It's the playoffs. It's do or die. There's nobody that's coming to save you. This is all the help that you have unless you win this playoff series and move on to the next round. Then you will get Khris Middleton. And the challenge is also harder. The challenge being not only now do you have to do it for a quarter, you have to do it now for multiple games. You have to do it or you're going home. You have to win 3 games. You have to carry the Bucks on your back like Jesus carried the cross for 3 games and win them this game. And furthermore, you have to do this against a good Bulls team, right? A Bulls team that also has a star on their team that's looking to prove something in the playoffs this season in DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan is a tremendous, phenomenal player that's trying to revive his career and has done so very well this season and is looking to continue it in the playoffs. So it's going to be no easy feat, right? DeMar DeRozan is the same player that shot terribly in the first game against the Bucks, then went to the podium and said, I will not shoot terribly in the next game, and then he lived up to that. He went on to drop 41 points in game 2 and led the Bulls to a win and tie the series at 1-1. It's also bad for the Bucks because the series is all tied up now, and it's shifting, and it's going from Milwaukee to Chicago. So no longer do the Bucks have home court advantage, and the Bucks now, Giannis and the Bucks, are going to now have to play tremendous and great basketball in a hostile environment if they want to win or if they want to move forward and get to the second round. So things are heating up, and this is becoming a challenge. This, to me, is more of a legacy challenge for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He will be viewed in a completely different light if he is able to carry this Bucks team past this good Bulls team, right? The Bucks have beaten the Bulls a lot in the season, but they only did so because they also had Khris Middleton. Now, Giannis does have Jrue Holiday, who's going to take Khris Middleton's spot as a second in command, but Jrue Holiday is no Khris Middleton. As you can see from the stats from the series so far, Giannis and Khris are the leaders in every statistic category of the playoffs in the 2 games that they've played so far against the Bulls, right? In fact, Giannis leads the Bucks in every statistical category except for assists. So if somebody doesn't step up on the Bucks, Giannis will be carrying the Bucks, leading in every statistical category, and effectively becoming a one-man team, which will be insane to see, which will be completely, I will be baffled, but at the same time, I will not be surprised. Giannis is this caliber of a player. Giannis is this great of a player. But this is okay though, right? Because this is a rite of passage. All the greats in the past have had to do this before. In fact, last year, Kevin Durant was given the same exact task when the Nets asked him to carry them past the Bucks, which he didn't do, but he made a very, very compelling effort, right? Because Kyrie Irving was hurt and James Harden was hurt. So it was really just him versus, the Bucks. And granted, he lost, right? Which is why people crowned Giannis as the best player in the world instead of Kevin Durant. It made people see Kevin Durant in a completely different light than they did before. And also further back, LeBron James did this in 2015 and 2018. 2015, LeBron had to carry the Cavs team because Kevin Love in the first series against the Boston Celtics that year got injured by Kelly Olynyk. And then in the second round, Kyrie Irving got hurt, and so LeBron James had to carry the Cavs all the way to the finals, in which Kyrie Irving again got hurt in the finals. And LeBron lost that finals, but it was a great feat to see LeBron literally will his way to the finals without his supporting cast. He did this again in 2018 with a completely messed up roster of a team that was the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now in 2018, if you guys remember, the Cavs were a shamble. This was the same year that Kyrie Irving left the Cavs for the Boston Celtics mid-season, and in return, the Cavaliers got back Isaiah Thomas, and they also had Jay Crowder on that team. They had Dwayne Wade on that team, an aged Dwayne Wade. It was just not a good team at all, and this is the same year that LeBron dropped 51 points in Game 1 of the finals and lost because J.R. Smith made that stupid play where he took the basket and just run, being an idiot. But yeah, LeBron has done this before. A lot of greats have done this before in the past. Dirk Nowitzki in 2011, they've done this before. So this is a rite of passage for the greats. And if Giannis could pull this off, I will see him in such a different light. The media will see him in such a different light. The fans will see him in such a different light. And I have faith in Giannis. I think he can do it, right? Because I think he is a tremendous, transcendent, generational talent that will be able to pull this off. And I'm wishing him all the best of luck. But those are just my thoughts, right? Giannis has to carry the Bucks past the Bulls. That is the sentiment. That's all there is to it. And if you made it towards the end of this video, thank you for watching. If you like this kind of content, tune in for more. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to hit the like button for the algorithm. Leave your thoughts in the comments below and click click here to watch why I think the Golden State Warriors are going to win the Western Conference and head to the finals. And aside from that, see you next time, kids.